Welcome to another episode of SSTJ. Now we're going to be talking about, video games, how to use them to your advantage, to learn Japanese. I'm really gonna like this episode because I play a lot of video games, like a lot of video games. When I think about, studying Japanese and playing video games, it really is like amazing. It's an amazing experience. Matter of fact, before I even got into knowing a lot of Japanese, I was playing Japanese, video games before then. I just had to guess, basically. A lot of the things that I had to do when I was playing RPGs, I just had to guess what the next move would be. And, games like Final Fantasy, Dragon Quest, Golden Sun, those games, the thing about it is that before they would come out in the US, people would like to try them, right? So they had, the online games like that. Or some people would find ROMs, old ROMs, and use that. The whole concept of playing a video game that you have no idea what the hell you're doing with, right? In another language, is that it's like this all-in dive mentality of you know what you want from it, you don't know what the excitement you want from it, but at the same time you have no clue how to get it. So you push yourself to just get over it. Just use your analytical thinking, use your critical thinking of like, this must mean this, and that must mean that. And eventually you finally get what you want, but you don't know how you got what you want. When I think about babies, when I think about smart children, they don't exactly know English in the beginning, right? But they mimic and then they just absorb it. Just absorb information all the time. They absorb. When they don't know how to walk, they see people walking, or your little, your parents, push you to walk. And they show you examples of walking, and then eventually you start to walk. It's really interesting how people can just adapt to things. As long as there's enough motivation behind it, people will adapt to learn things. It seems like nothing will actually ever stop you from getting to the goal. For me, for instance, when it came to that goal, it was just like the game, trying to clear the game. If I could clear the game and get through all this stuff I have no idea about, or just like get the inkling of what some things mean, or what this character means to do this attack, or what this character means to do magic, or what this character means to heal my teammates and stuff, like that, all that critical thinking and all of that curiosity made me better. Made me understand the game more, made me have a lot more motivation to reach the goal. And I think I was onto something there. So what I did out of my determination and my my will to not give up is words I did not know, or kanji I did not know, whatever. I'd look at it and then I'd go on the computer and I would try to search this kanji that's similar to it, or what I thought it was, or I'd look up phrases that would probably bring up that character. I was really nuts, and I think if you have that mindset of just like figuring things out and like problem solving, then eventually things will just come together. Because if you look online and you'll see walkthroughs for certain games that have only came out in Japan, and people will go out of their way and they will translate the whole dialogue of each like RPG, and then after you can just like match up what the RPGs of the walkthrough for your game. So there's a lot of people who are doing that. I did it myself, and it wasn't exactly cheating, but I just wanted to know what was going on, And the more I did that, the more I understood more words in Japanese, right? So the more I was able to translate it, the more I was able to gain more out of the game. So the whole concept and the whole runaround was basically this. I played a game, I would look at the game like damn, I don't know what the hell I'm looking at. So I use that, and I go on the internet and I try to find a walkthrough for that. Then I find a walkthrough and I use that walkthrough and I go back to the game and after I try to translate which part I'm at, and I go like step by step with it. And when I finally get through it, I'm like, okay, cool, now I can play the game. And then after I'm playing the game, and then something else comes up, and then you're going back and forth, and you're problem solving. You're trying to get what you want out of it. I think that's the mindset you need to have with this language. And also, if I couldn't figure it out, I go on forums of people talking about this exact game. People who are doing the exact same thing that I'm doing. Just so I can play. just so we can play as a community. And after someone would reach another level in the game, and they would say that on the forum and say, oh yeah, I got to this level and I killed a princess and all that stuff. Like, killing a princess, that's messed up. But like, you know what I'm saying, right? They would reach a certain part and then they would tell us, and like we'd look at it and we'd go over it and review and like try to reach the same level. And if we reach the same level, we'll share our experiences as well too. And I think that's kind of cool. And also, you can go into the specific details that you want to go into. So like, if you want to go to different genres like fantasy, action, adventure, you can choose. You can choose what kind of game that you want to go into, what kind of game that you want to, rehearse over and over again, right? That's the fun part of it. There was also a game called, I think it was like Kanji Kente, and it was basically just like a dictionary game of Japanese, but it was for Japanese people for the PSP, and it was a Kanji Kente of like just knowing like it's more than like 7,000 different characters, all right? And they had like I think it was like kotobazas. Kotobazas is basically like proverbs for Japanese, right? And it was really cool because I was like challenging myself a lot to figure out what it meant, and if I couldn't like translate it myself, I'd go on the computer and like I'd do a thorough review so I can just like get an idea of what I was looking at. And also I would meet friends, Japanese friends, and I'd tell them about it, and it's like they'd be like, oh, how do you know that, or whatever, right? And it's like, no foreigner would know that, or whatever, right? And it was cool. It's like, these things are just cool. So my advice for you, to sum everything up, is that find yourself a game that you're really passionate about in Japanese, go through it. I recommend doing RPGs. RPGs are so good for learning. And yeah, that's about it. Just dive in, guys. If you like the video, like the video. If you have something you want to talk about, in the comments below. Always on Twitter. Like I said before in every episode, hit me up on Twitter. I'll hit you up immediately, and we're gonna talk, have a conversation. And thanks for watching the video. If you got this far, and see you guys next week.
この番組はご覧のスポンサーの提供でお送りします。
If you have a game that you like or you recommend to me to play, let me know because I'm down.